Hello everyone, this is the recording for the Week 1 live session in IS102. Make sure that you have Office or 2013 or later. If you have 2016, you do not have to go backwards. Or if you have Office 365, you're okay. There are instructions on how to get Office 2013 if you don't have it. That's in the Week 1 announcements and also in the Week 1 folder of Classroom. Check to make sure you have the correct book. Grading will be done mostly on Monday and Tuesday following the Sunday due date. Sometimes it goes into Wednesday depending on how much I have to grade. No discussion posts will be accepted after a week is complete. Corrections may be made to assignments for 2 weeks after the due date except for weeks 6 and 7, which I'll go over later. This does not apply to the discussions or to the midterm. I will post grade feedback that will help you to make corrections or to improve your discussions for the following week, so make sure you read those. Keeping up is very important in online class. It can really become unmanageable quickly if you get behind. So set aside time to work on each class. Don't leave everything to Sunday because Sunday's when the computers crash. Family emergencies come up, or things like that, or your computer crashes. So if you start early, then you'll be better able to keep up. Attendance and participation are important, but just logging in does not count for either. You must either post an assignment, submit to the discussion, or take a quiz or midterm, whatever. You're responsible for knowing when things are due. I will post an announcement each week. Please read the assignments carefully. Make sure you hit submit when you are submitting an assignment. Then check My Grades to make sure you see the assignment listed there as needs grading. Check your grades often to see how you are doing and what is coming up. Contact me if you have any questions. For Week 1, there's 3 sections that you need to read: Introduction to Technology, Microsoft Office and Windows 8, and Microsoft Office 365. Excuse me. The discussion is over system and application software. I'll go over that in a minute. And the Week 1 assignment is the scavenger hunt. Now the Week 1 discussion, you're to create a new thread. So let's see, if we go into, let's go into the preview so that I can make sure everybody knows, because some of you might be new to Blackboard. Excuse me. So you go into the discussion, you choose the discussion you want to contribute to, and you create a thread. And you can name it whatever you want: Week 1 discussion, system software, application software, whatever. And you put your message in here and then you click submit. If you save it as a draft, I don't think I'll be able to see it, so I wouldn't be able to grade it. So make sure you submit. You're supposed to have at least one APA formatted reference. Don't forget to use in-text citation to indicate what information came from the reference. I'll go over that a little bit more in a minute. The initial post must address all of the discussion topic for the week and have no grammar or spelling errors. So make sure you check for that. Now in the message box there is a check, but if you copy it, if you put it in Word and then copy it and paste it here, you'll be able to check your grammar as well. There's also something called Grammarly, which is free, which will check as you type, so that's up to you. You need 3 replies to other students by Sunday, and the reply should have 65 words. The initial response is now 250 words, I believe. Let's go back. Yeah, 250 words. Forgot to change that. And I do check the word count, so make sure. When you're typing, it gives you, let's go in here to the discussion. Now, if you paste it in Word, it will give you, so for instance, on this one, down here, it gives you the word count. And that's another reason why it's handy to do it in Word. Now, if you're trying to copy and paste and it won't let you paste in there, you can use Control V, and that will help you paste. Now, as you're going along and typing, it gives you the word count here. So that's how you know if you've got the correct word count. And remember, no discussion posts are allowed after the week is done. So it means after Sunday night you cannot get any credit for any discussions that you do on that on week 1. So the topic, excuse me. Hang on just a minute. Sorry about that. Had a frog in my throat. So the topic this week is the difference between system software and application software. Then how do you determine the operating system version that is installed on your computer? List 5 applications you have installed on your computer and classify them according to what they're used for. Select 2 of the applications, 2 of these 5, and explain how you would determine the version of these programs, and also name specific features you like about each. That's the 2 that you choose. Now, for doing the APF references, if you go to the library, so I'm still in student view. Well, if you click on the library tab, which is at the top of Blackboard, it will take you to the library. And if you look down at Formatting and Citation APA, you'll find the tip sheet. And that's what I use when I'm grading. So if you go to page 6, page 6, page 5, you will see website references. Because most of the things you will be referencing will either be the book or a website. So that's what I've kind of done here. So suppose we go to a website. Let's go to Google. And let's type application software versus system software. And let's see, we've got a difference between. So say I copy this first sentence, which is what I did in this document. See, I copied it word for word, so I use quotes, but now I need to cite it. Now, if you go down in this particular article, it gives you a citation. However, this citation is not APA format. So for APA, what you need for a website is author, the date of publication, or ND if no date, the title, and the retrieved from URL. On this one, it gives us a username, or a screen name, which you would just use Darkantha, and the date here. And then we use the title, difference between system software and application software, and we copy this URL here. So if you just copy the URL and do Control-C or right-click and copy, that will be the URL it's talking about. So for instance, I have the author, the date, the title, then retrieved from, and the URL. Now, if there's no date, you should say retrieved on from URL, from the URL. If there's no author, then you start with the title. So if we go back over here, that's what I've got here. I've got title of page, date of publication, or ND if no date is given. So in the parentheses where the date would be, you just put ND for no date. Then retrieved on date from URL. That's without an author. If it's a book, you give the author, date of publication, title, edition number, place of publication, or publisher. Now, if you see, I think at the beginning here, I listed for the book. That's for a print book. You can use that if you're citing the book. Now remember, if you copy from the book, you should give the page number of the information that you copied, and you should use quotes. For the week 1 assignment, you're going to download the scavenger hunt. So if we go there to classroom, go to unit 1, we scroll down, and this is the scavenger hunt, unit 1 scavenger hunt that you're going to download. You're going to check the required reading to find the answers. You're going to fill in the answers and turn in that scavenger hunt, and you should change the name. Say week 1 assignment or unit 1 assignment and your name. That way it doesn't just say worksheet or scavenger hunt. Now I'll grade your worksheet, and I will return it to you showing the missing questions marked and provide page numbers for you to look, so when you want to make corrections. Now for making corrections, so let me show you. In here I've done some assignments. So if I go to my grades, I can see that I got some grades here. But I also have an assignment that needs grading, and that's what it looks like. It's a little bubble with an exclamation point. That needs grading. I've gotten grades, and if you click on the little bubble, you will see my feedback. That's where I'm telling you, okay, this is why I missed 5 points on that, because I didn't do all of that was required. Now, if you look at the rubric of that, it shows you what I marked for each. So, for instance, I counted 5 points off because it wasn't complete. Now, in this one, I have the little, in the bubble, I didn't say anything. I just gave you back a document. So if you open the document, then you would see my feedback, which is just now is just an example. But suppose I listed some things that you needed. That would be how you would see it in the document. Okay, let's go back. And that's where you will see it. Normally I say, oh, you missed so many things, check this document. I might give you the APA tip sheet even to refer you to errors in the discussion. And that's, now let's say we wanted to correct this one that we got wrong. Okay, so let's go to, maybe I hadn't changed that yet. Let's go to week 3. Just like you were going to submit it the first time. So you have to click Start New, and then it gives you the option to browse for the document, and then you can submit your corrected document. Make sure when you do it that you submit the corrected one and not the original one. So that's how you do corrections. And it says you can click on my grades and that will come up too. Now, to review the highlights in my ebook, if you have an ebook, if you log online to Bookshelf and you click Tools, Sharing, you'll get this little box. You put my email in there, which you'll find in Faculty Info, and click Add, and then that's saying you follow me, and because we have the same ebook, you would be able to see my highlights. Now, if you're doing it from the app, if you click on subscribe, come on, open, you get this little box, and this is where you put my email. Then when you open the book, you'll be able to see the highlights I've made in the book. And that will help you with the midterm. Some of the assignments I've highlighted stuff for also. Now, things to know for the midterm. Know the difference between a laptop and a desktop computer. That's on IT page 5. Difference between the stylus, mouse, keyboard, IT 12 and Office 3. The difference between CDR, CDRW, BD-ROM, USB IT, that's on IT 17. An insertion point, Office 23. Difference between operating system, presentation software, word processing program, and spreadsheet program, IT 25. Computer input devices, IT 12. A kilobyte equals approximately 1,000 memory locations. The ribbon and the different tabs of the ribbon, that's on Office 19. Know what the most popular monitor type is between LCD or CTR. Now, if we go in there and open the book, come on, open. And let's, when I say IT, you see it's the different sections. So, Introduction to Technology, oops, you see is IT. Then the other reading assignment was Office 2013, and then the third one was Office 365, which was in CLD. So if you go, let's look at one of these page numbers that I gave you. IT 5. So I don't have it exactly, so let's go to IT 5. And you'll see that I have a highlight here. So this is going to help you when you're studying for the midterm. And that's why I recommend that you view my highlights. So that's all I have for this week. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will be posting this recording in announcements each week, so I hope that they will help you as you go along.